So today we have a legendary face-off against the legendary Blackluster Soldier himself, the creator of Dueling Network. He's really hard to get in touch with, but we got a pretty cool match in store today for you guys. So he's playing his infamous stun deck, and he goes first with his Banisher and his back row, which is pretty standard for stun. I'm playing gadgets, and luckily I opened up the MST to clear off his back row, which is safe zone. I'm really lucky that I went and played the MST, because that safe zone would have been a problem for me the whole game. Red comes and searches for yellow, and then I have to waste 1-for-1 against the Banisher as much as I didn't want to, just to get the gadget in to make the direct attack. The warning is going to ensure that I'm going to try to retain tempo against stun, even though I have that other smashing ground and creature swap in hand. I don't want him to establish a monster, and if I can get an exceed on the board like I had planned for the next turn with the yellow, I can generate more advantage, and he's going to have to waste his 1-for-1 to get out of the way, because the gadgets are all just floaters. He takes his warning off of his duality, which he wants to try to slow down the gadget flow, which is really good for this particular matchup. You know, if I had opened up 2, I would have been better off. He summons Gale to half my red gadget, unfortunately, to push it out of the way, which is a really good move. I didn't want to waste the warning on that. There's no real point, because 1300 can get over by battle, and he's going to have to waste, you know, something. I summon the yellow. He warnings, unfortunately, and then I just pass turn because I can afford to take the 1300. The 1300, like I said, is kind of irrelevant. We don't want the Banisher establishing on the field, so I take my 1300 from his battle, and unfortunately, you know, we still have a problem here. That Gale is running around on the field rampant. I top deck Striker, which is going to put something in the way. I decide to get ballsy and summon Striker. He doesn't have any real physical response. I creature swap, which means I get a free Gale, and as long as I get over his new Striker in battle, I'm going to be able to get even more card advantage. So he deprisons the Gale, and I'm forced to play Smash Ground because I can't let him synchro, because that's going to be very problematic. On the end phase, I go ahead and get my Striker Plus, which is going to get Rush Rhino. Like I said, you can't let him synchro off, even if he doesn't have a monster. Just him having that threat is really bad. He summons Fossil Dyna, strikes for 1200. I'm still not safety lining it, so I'm not really worried. I top deck Red Gadget, which is going to go the mile for the time being. It gets solemned, unfortunately, by Red Gadget. Once again, you can't really let me get card advantage, especially, you know, since I don't special summon all that much. So, once again, Fossil Dynast keeps poking, doing what he tends to do. I top deck a Dead Warning. Pretty sad. Rush Rhino pushes to get over the Fossil, and it succeeds. Now the warning is just a bluff the whole game. Like I said, against stun, gadgets seem to have a decent matchup, because, you know, we don't really have anything to stop. Yeah, stun does have big monsters, but, you know, we seem to generate many more things. He Smash Grounds Rush Rhino, which is going to turn into another plus. I just can't let that monster stay on the field for that long. He sets 2 back row, passes. I search for Werewolf. I could have got the Striker, you know, in case I top deck something, but no real point. So I top deck another Werewolf. Glorious me, putting him at 350. The real war begins now. Dark Hole on the Werewolf. All this 1-for-1 that he has to do to keep the monsters off the board. I top deck Red Gadget, so 9 gadgets in this particular build to get all that card advantage. So get the yellow, and then red swings on in. Does it hit? And it hits. His back rows were pretty eh. And that's game, guys.